Roll call, please.
Brian Card,
Here.
John Sarantopoulos.
Here.
Michael Huco,
Yeah.
Lorraine Lagarde. Norm Farren. And Keith Thurlow.
Present. Okay, seating of alternates. We'll alternate, and I might screw up next meeting, so we'll do with Lorraine because she's first in place, and next meeting it will be Norm, and then back and forth. And
Yeah, Lorraine was last
you were last meeting? Okay, so then, thanks for the correction. Norm, you're up. You have to sit in reserve then, okay? All right. You got that, Joanne? Thank you, ma'am. Agenda addendums.
I'll make a motion to add to our agenda, in between 3 and 4, a report by the attorney report.
A second by John. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed or abstentions? Okay, so be it. So, next on the agenda, attorney's report.
Couple things to report on, Mr. Chairman and members of the commission. One is, although we're not sure whether the application is really going to move because the siting council is still stuck on the fact that they haven't been able to get a release from the private permit from an entity that no longer exists. So who knows if it's going to move forward. But there was, as we indicated when we went through, when you established all your orders, like the Wetland Commission did, the applicant has the ability to appeal them or not. And I'd be happy to go through them. The reality is there's nothing for your commission to do about them. I mean, there were a number of them that they agreed to, a lot of reporting that they're going to provide. For example, the screening or the fencing and the cameras they're agreeing to. There were a lot of things that they agreed to. They also are objecting in part because there's things that they think are exclusively within the siting council's jurisdiction, and they're going to go along with whatever the siting council says, which was really in the spirit of what you were doing anyway, because you're trying to give guidance to the siting council about what you'd like it to do, because it has the jurisdiction, you don't. So they preserved their rights by filing, objections to a lot of the things so that they could advocate. One of the ones they probably were most strenuously objecting to was the bonding requirements. And they're saying that not only do you not have the authority to require bonding, but they are even challenging to some degree how much, whether or not this is the kind of facility that the siting council can bond for. But if you recall, the town is a party, so the town will be able to be heard in front of the siting council about the items. So you've really given a roadmap to the siting council of things that you thought were important. The applicant agreed to a bunch of it and is reserving its right on other things to argue to the siting council that it wouldn't have to do that. So in light of the fact that your commission doesn't have anything more to do on this, I wasn't planning to go through in any great detail about what exactly they appealed or they didn't. But I'm more than happy to do that if you want me to.
Does anybody want any?
And
Mike?
it's a public
Norm,
document.
sorry, I keep going to call you Mike. He was sitting there earlier, so,
He's sitting there for a while.
yeah.
I have a son, Mike.
Okay. It sounds like Brian?
I'm just waiting for you to call him Burger. No, I'm good.
You said there was a second item?
Second thing, it ties a little bit in, it's just timely because the town manager sent it around. It is a question that came up during the training. I think I said I could have spent a whole evening on it, and it's been touched on by people periodically. And this is regarding what your protections are for you as a member of a commission. Town Manager Clario did it with respect to all boards and commissions. So she issued a memo about public officials' liability, and what she explained is that there's a $5 million coverage in place for all members of the commission. There are some limits about things that you've done that are not good faith and are involve personal malice, personal profit, other really wrongful conduct on your part. It's not like making a mistake and interpreted the regulations in a way in which somebody, files a suit and says that there's a civil rights violation, et cetera. That's the kind of thing you get protected for. And not only do you have coverage, I can add to it, there's also a statutory obligation of the town to provide you with defense. So it just provided a little more detail than what I could get into when we were doing the training. But just to be rest assured that, there is coverage in place, and there will be a defense provide for any of your good faith actions as a member of the commission. So I just wanted to point out that memo was provided and just give you a very, very brief overview of it. And so the only thing I would supplement to what he said, or what she said, is, there are statutory provisions as well, in addition to the insurance, that they have to step in and provide a defense to you. In fact, most of the time, even if you've crossed that line, they usually provide you a defense, but in the event that there was ever a finding that you acted really inappropriately, a malice, bad faith, you were accepting a bribe, something, really awful, then the insurance company would not pay a claim that was made against you. But everything in the ordinary course of doing what you do, you act in good faith, everybody, you make a mistake, and for some reason the court found the commission liable or you liable, there's protection in place for your, as a public official, both in insurance and under the statute. So just wanted to highlight her report to you and tie it a little bit into questions that were asked during the training session I had. So if you have any questions about that.
Anybody got any questions? I don't. Okay,
Right.
well, thank you.
My pleasure.
You can-
Welcome the new members, and I'm sure I'll see you all soon.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate your.
And Anne Marie's going to send me the stuff from the workshop that I'll provide some additional review and comment on for the next meeting. Have a good night, everybody.
You too. Citizens' comments on items not subject to public hearing. Public comments can be emailed to publiccomment@killenlyct.gov or mailed to the Town of Killenly, 172 Main Street, Killenly, Connecticut, 06239. All public comments must be received prior to 2 p.m. on the day of the meeting. Public comment received will be posted on the town's website, www.killenlyct.gov. As this is a hybrid meeting, citizens can participate in the citizens' comment by WebEx, joined by phone 415-655-0001, access code 2861-729-5521. Any comments?
We have no one joining currently by WebEx.
Good. Well, good, doesn't matter. Public hearings, none, unfinished business, new business. We have a presentation to Miss Lorenz for a long time of service. See,
Since 1978.
1978.
The 1990s when they did that one.
Yes, sir, Dad. I'll get it. I didn't intend on being a presenter. I was gonna wear farm clothes, so like, I'm glad I didn't. What do you want me to do? Here, I'll fake it. If you wanna just stand up and join us, or join me anyway. I'll read it for you, okay? An appreciation to Rich Lorenz, February 18th, 2025, for the years, your talents. Through the years, your talents and efforts have helped our success. Together, we take pride in your accomplishment and your commitment to excellence. Thank you, the Town of Killenly Planning and Zoning Commission. And
Thank you.
thank you. And Rich, we won't forget because that's been at your expense. Oh, and this
Thank
is
you.
from Joanne.
What? Okay, I'll go home and, do I need a record player?
Calendar.
Oh, it's a calendar. Thank you all.
Thank you.
So should we hang around or should we go?
That's up to you. You
What do you want to do? Whatever you want to do. A little while.
You could discuss the history of 1978's meetings versus now. When Vince Biachetti showing up in 79, right, was it? All right, move on next, okay. Election of officers. Yeah, you should make a speech for us.
You don't want me to do that.
That's true.
Because you start correcting us with commas and colons and. Thanks again, though, seriously. Elections of officers.
If you're concerned about your grammar, you can let me see it ahead of time, and I'll fix everything for you.
That means I'd have to write it down, and then I'd have to remember it, and I would never do that. I just,
All your packets are public. All you'd have to do is ask us for a packet.
there you go. Although Brian seems to have taken over your role quite well.
So now we have a comma king.
Election of officers, for, Chair, Vice Chair, and Secretary for February 2025 to December 2025, to December 2025. Emery, you're going to take over, right?
Yep, we do this every year. All right, at this point in time, I will take nominations from the floor. We need nominations for a chair, a vice chair, and a secretary. Somebody can
Who's
request,
the secretary now?
it was Virga.
Virga.
That's what I mean.
Nobody's the secretary now.
It's not a hard job.
I make a motion to the same slate, except for the secretary can be Mike Huco. He uses the pen quite well, it looks like.
Do we have any other nominations, please? Oh, okay. All right, and I always ask this every time. Keith, are you willing to serve as the chair?
Yes.
Brian, are you willing to continue as the vice chair?
Yes.
And Michael, are you willing to start as the secretary?
Yes.
All righty. At this point in time, we've had a nomination. Is there a second for the nominations?
Second.
Okay, Brian Carter seconded the
I was gonna
nomination.
hope somebody's second, we're going home.
Brian has seconded. Joanne, will you do a roll call vote, please? Brian Card,
Yes.
Michael Huco,
Yes.
John Serentopoulos, Norman Farren,
Yes.
and Keith Thurlow.
Yes,
Motion carries unanimously.
for better or
Okay.
worse.
The officers for February 2025 to December of 2025 are as follows. Chair is Keith Thurlow, Vice Chair Brian Card, Secretary Mike Yuko. Congratulations. I now turn the meeting back over to our new chair, Keith Thurlow.
New chair. Well, then we get a party now, or what? Celebration. Speech. I promised it to go there. Okay, bylaws, review of bylaws. Review, discussion, action.
Mr. Chairman, I got a couple questions.
Of course you do.
I don't want to, but trust me. So, Emery, I don't know if these are just
Tell me the page.
clarifications. Page 5,
Page 5.
Article 9, special
Mark on,
meetings.
is your mic on?
It is. My mic's on. So Article 9, special meetings, really has to do with workshops. So is workshops considered a special meeting?
I,
Because we don't address workshops anywhere in the bylaws. But technically, we're having a meeting because we have votes and. so
yes,
would we
it's
consider it-
considered a special meeting because it's not part of your normal meeting process, so workshop is a special meeting.
Okay, so then, section 3,
Okay?
it says citizens' comments shall be heard by the commission at any special meeting. Then we need to make sure we have public comment on special meetings, which I think we do.
Yes, we
All
do
right.
I put that on tonight's agenda.
Just want to make sure.
Yep.
Okay. Page. What
Can I
page?
make one clarification?
Yep,
When we do public comments, that's different than
different
opening
than
up,
opening public, yep.
than
just-
opening the floor.
Yep, just
They
wanna
only
make,
speak at the public, at that point, at the public comment section, and we do not need to open the floor once the public comment section is closed.
understood, I just couldn't remember if every workshop that we had a public comment section on the agenda, but just want to make sure we pointed that out. Page 6, Article 12, where it comes to voting, this just might be a thing. Section 1, Second line, it says, "Commission officers shall be entitled to debate and vote on all matters before the commission." That should be commission members, right? And then just because it says it, I hate things that say we shall do things. Next line says, "Voting shall be voice and show of hands." Do we really have to raise our hands? Can we just put voice?
We haven't had an official vote yet, then.
No, that's why it's.
We usually do roll call votes.
The next line does roll call, I just
Yeah.
saw the show of hands.
You just want to take out the show of hands?
Yeah, just to clean it up, it's just.
The only reason why, I think if, say, there's somebody on the screen, they can probably show their hands, because half times you can't get the voice on that, so.
Yeah, it's fine, it's just, I don't want to make sure someone says your bylaw said you shall do this, and you
Yep.
raise your hand, therefore the vote's null and void. Section 3, it just language, the commission will ensure it takes action on all applications. Says, in the event of a tie vote, no action has been taken. I thought if we had a tie vote, that it was denied. We technically took action. So, again, just language cleanup.
So would you like it to say, in the event of a tie vote?
Well, to me, in the event of a
that-
tie, the motion fails, right?
Motion
We
fails.
took action. Just want to make sure that that was clear.
Well, these haven't been touched in,
Since 22.
Since 22.
well,
not
we
too
only,
long ago.
we only adjusted, what did we touch in 22? All we did was to change the time.
The time, that was the most important thing.
Yeah, that's all we touched, but I mean, other than that, we haven't.
Yeah, I know, I just,
Okay.
those are rereads. All right, those are just some cleanups that I saw.
Any grammar that you want to change, or we're good there?
Yeah, I did commission.
That's
officers
it?
to
Okay,
members.
so we're good.
Otherwise, just be you and I debating each other.
Do you want to make a motion just to solidify all those
Yes,
changes?
please, somebody make a motion.
I'll make a motion that we accept the bylaws as amended.
Before we move on, and I don't know if it's necessary or not. It does seem on occasion it would be, way back when staff had us remove the participation of the chairman involved in setting meetings. So like right now, it's only, the chairman only sets meetings,
Special meeting.
I can't remember, I just read that thing too, wherever it is.
Do officers, underneath the officers,
Under chairman, under the
Yep.
chairman, it's,
shall call special meetings and emergency meetings.
yeah. And, but what she took out was the ability of participation, not necessarily that they need to set the agenda, but participation in setting normal meetings. It seems to me that, from my experience, that I should at least be involved, I have notice of meetings, of what's ahead of time.
You come in every Monday the week before.
Well, I do, but you don't necessarily have to listen to me, is my point. So,
I always
the
do.
the role has always been there. You've always acknowledged what I say, and if I ask for something, you do it. I won't argue that. So it just seems that maybe the documentation should follow up with that. And it's basic, I'm not looking to challenge you in any way or
No.
anything like that. It's just the idea of, well, I was in there before, and it just seems like it's necessary at times.
Yeah.
And we don't know what staff will be in the future, and,
Yeah.
so, and it's more about people, the future, but,
Yeah.
and if everybody's against it, that's fine too, but I just think it should be.
Generally, the chair should set the agenda. That's usually.
I mean, officially, you set the
Officially.
agenda, but obviously, we know when P and Z, people come in with an application, it's gotta be on the agenda, you gotta set, it's not cut and dry like it might be in some other things. Anyway, that would be an issue might
I have
consider.
no problems putting that in.
Anything else? You can say whatever you want. but you're
Chair
going
shall
to
be
anyway.
king, let's put it right in there.
If I was king, I'd have some people waiting on me.
Yep.
So the minutes, what is, we're adding to Article 5?
Article 5, Section 2.
That's just that the chair will accept.
The chair and the director shall set the meeting, shall set the agenda.
Okay, now, is there any more? Anybody else? Anything else? Can I have a motion then, John?
One,
Did you want to make that motion, or I motion?
yeah, I'll make a motion to accept it as amended.
Have a second?
Second.
Further discussion? You need roll call on this?
Do we need an effective date?
An effective date do we need for that?
You'll be receiving it at your next meeting, so the effective date will
okay.
be the next meeting.
All right.
Okay.
Because
do we-
at the next meeting, you'll verify I made all your changes that you requested,
Do we need a roll call on this one, or just,
whichever
Yeah.
way you want.
if it doesn't need a roll call, just, all in favor, say aye?
Aye.
Opposed or abstentions?
It's still in the bylaws.
Why did I accept this?
Moving on, moving on.
You confused me, because now I'm lost. All right, where are we? Everybody eyed it,
Number
right?
4, they all
All
said
right.
yes.
We're good, done. Oh, my God. Site plan review application, number 251342, Marcus Bernard Properties LLC, land over 350 Hartford Pike, JS map 107, lot 51, approximately 3 acres, village commercial, open a kitchen cafe that serves breakfast and lunch during the week and dinner on Friday and Saturday. Receive if the commission sees fit, allow the staff to conduct a site plan review and building exists, and have no plans to change the footprint or whatever. I work with Mark, so I will step outside. I should have stopped before that, but you can go ahead and follow through with this, so that. I don't want any problems.
All right, Anne Marie, do you just want to go over why you believe staff should review this?
They're not, the building already exists. I do have the site plan if you want to see a site plan. The building already exists. All the alterations will be inside the building, so it's just going to be like a regular building permit. And the only thing that they'd be doing outside would be striping the parking lot, which is also already exist. And it's strictly just a site plan review.
And just so everybody in the commission knows this area, this is the old church area, right?
Right. This is actually not the church itself. It is I guess you would call it the church hall that's next door, but the church hall already has a kitchen in it, and it has more than enough space. He actually has to construct a wall because it has to keep it under 5,000 square feet. So he has to construct a wall, and then if something else comes in, it goes in the other side.
And that parking lot is associated with that building as well?
Yes, it is. It's
So-
all on one page. Would you like to see the site plan? I do have an old site plan on it here.
My only question I'd do is just parking and whether or not there would be any changes to the parking lot or traffic flow in the parking lot related to
It
it.
won't
but-
have any change in the traffic flow, but we will make them stripe the parking lot, because right now the parking lot is not striped. There is an entrance and an exit. We can have them put an entrance and an exit sign at each one if you want to have that done. But the church is always, it's always been there. They're not changing anything. It's inside the building.
Any questions by the commission members on the application? Anybody have any feelings one way or another? So,
And it meets the sewage thing? Because I know they got bathrooms in there and everything, so.
Yes, I believe, yes, we just got the letter from Dave Cap. So, oh, trust me, we wouldn't approve it without that now. We can't.
yep. So is it, and just for the record, so for this application, Lorraine, you will be a voting member on this one too? Because since Keith stepped out, you're jumping in for Keith. So, so both Lorraine and Norm will be voting on this one. Does the commission have any feelings one way or another? Do they want to see the site plan, or is everybody comfortable with the staff reviewing the site plan?
I make a motion that staff handles it.
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, second by Mike. Any discussion on the motion? Nope. All right, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? Opposed? All right, staff has it. Keith?
Keith? Keith, you come back?
It's your honor.
I'm sorry. My liege, please, my liege, have a seat as you sit.
Oh, my God. Special permit application number 251343, Cameron and Samantha St. Odge, applicants and owners, 89 Gear Road, GS map 172, lot 6, 8 acres. Rural development seeking to utilize existing detached garage as a repair facility for service by mail or appointment only, no walk-in traffic. Receive and schedule for public hearing. The next available date is Monday, March 17th. Anne Marie, if you want to discuss
This
it.
requires a special permit because it's a home occupation outside of the residence. It isn't a garage that's on the property. The garage is approximately, because we've done it by GIS, is approximately, I'm going to say is over 90 feet setback from the front. So, but it is a special permit, so they do require a public hearing, and the next available date would be Monday, March 17th. So,
So is this something, is it auto repair? What kind of repair is it? It doesn't say.
it doesn't say, but it's serviced by mail, so I don't think it's autos.
I didn't
I
know
don't
what,
think
I didn't know
it's
where to
not
go with it,
automobile-
because
it's
it's
not
repair.
automobile.
It's
If it's automobiles, it would have to be,
DMV, that's
Yeah.
what, that was my question. Okay. Motion,
I'll make a motion.
motion made, second,
Second.
discussion, any more discussion? All in favor for the 17th?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed or abstentions? Sorry, lost flow here.
Next, Mr. Chairman, I gotta step out. I got a conflict on this one.
Oh, okay. Zone map change.
so
Applic-
is Lorraine going to be
Lorraine's gonna-
voting on
Oh,
this
yeah,
as well?
I'm sorry, you're moving up to a voting member now. We've all been there.
We need you.
Zone map change, application 251345, Dayville Fire District, applicant and owner, 1076 High Street, GIS map 114, lot 21, .43 acres, medium density, seeking to change zone from medium density to village commercial to be uniform with all other property owned by the Dayville Fire District within the immediate surrounding area. Receive and schedule for public hearing, next available date, Monday, March 17th. Anything special about this one?
No, they just bought a parcel of land that abuts their property, and they'd like to have all their property zoned the same. It's not going to cause a nonconformity on either zone. Both zones are well over 10 acres. It's just
Oh, okay, good.
a budding property that they've bought, that's all.
Is that, is this historic district at all?
That property's not historic.
It's not historic, okay. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
Do you have a second? Second by Lorraine. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed or abstention? We get rid of that.
I'll do it. I'll keep raising my hand. Doing it.
It passes.
Should we go get Mike?
Yes.
Okay. He comes back.
You've just been downgraded again.
Okay. I got to mad.
That's right. You had his hat for a minute.
No, he.
He's
He
right.
did.
He walked in when you walked out.
No.
Special permit application number 251346, 543 Warrigan Road LLC, applicants and owners, 543 Warrigan Road, JS map 262, lot 20, 2.1 acres, general commercial to construct two freestanding self-storage units. No, a lot line adjustment will be done to 543 and 553 Warrigan Road. 553 is vacant and zone general commercial. Receive and schedule for public hearing, the next available date is March 17th. Have a motion, please.
I'll make the motion.
So you're on the roll, man.
Yeah, I know it.
Have a second.
Second.
Second by
Trying to move things
Mike.
along.
Any further discussion? Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Anybody have any questions on it? You do have a copy of the site plan in front of you.
Yeah.
Not that they were really supposed to discuss it, but if you.
Yeah. If you have any questions. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions? Okay. All right, adoption of minutes, regular meeting, January 21st, and workshop meeting, January 21st at 25. Oh, that was canceled.
Yeah.
Okay, so, you have a motion to approve the meetings of the January 21st meeting?
Make that a motion.
Mike makes that motion, you have a second?
I'll second it.
John seconds it. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, pass.
I'll abstain, I wasn't here.
Oh, abstain. You weren't here for that one? Weren't you here, wasn't at the class? You
Oh,
were
yeah,
here for the class.
that's right.
No.
Who's the
That was my
class?
first meeting.
That was your first meeting?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember you
Never
being
mind.
here.
I vote yes.
I saw you there, so I hope I didn't see things.
Yeah, Norm, you're the second one listed.
All right, Connecticut Land Use law for municipal land use agencies, boards and commissions, Saturday, March 22nd, 9 a.m. Where's that at, ma'am, Anne Marie?
We are going to offer it here. It's a webinar. And we're going to offer it here, and I believe all of you wanted to be signed up for it. I did find out, Ula, the town council, the payment for your book will come from a town council budget, not from our budget.
9 a.m. to 4:30?
Yes, I advise everybody get here a half hour
Are
early.
you
or
providing
40
a lunch or something?
We're providing lunch. We did last time. Do you not
No, I
remember?
don't remember that.
Okay, we have pizza. We will have pizza and salad.
Pizza?
Date and the time.
Pizza?
We'll bring you lunch.
I mean,
Yeah. I don't know, but I'm going to the meeting minutes, and I didn't see all of us sign up.
It is
I believe there are
remote.
2 people that signed up.
It is remote, so if for some
It is
reason you
remote.
can't attend in person,
You
there
can
is a
attend at
link
home.
that we can give all of you, everyone that's registered.
well, the
Actually,
food
I'm
would be
gonna have to
enticing,
do-
so I mean,
The
but,
food makes it worth the
Worth the
stop.
trip. Misery Loves Company. It's not just gonna be planning and
Yeah.
zoning, it's gonna be the ZBA. So we're gonna have those type of things. There was a member of the public will be invited in, but if they want books, they have to buy their own books. We just don't have the budget to give everybody who wants to walk in the door a book. The books are $60 a piece.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be between just the Planning and Zoning Commission, and I did include you, and the ZBA, it's like $840. Plus there's 2 staff members that we have to attend, we're required to attend it.
It's gonna be offered to the Wetlands Commission, but it hasn't been brought to their attention.
do we have to
till their
share our
next meeting.
food?
There'll be enough food
If
for
there's-
everyone.
If there's more commissions, there might be a little bit more budget.
Oh, what's the food, first of all?
Yeah, well, it's pizza, probably
Last-
plain cheese and stuff.
You know?
Last year was pizza unless we get, requests.
The date.
Pizza from?
Yeah, right, what's
Pizza
place? I
Pizzazz.
mean,
Do you
Domino's?
have a preference?
I just asking.
Is there a preference where people wanna have their pizza from? We usually do Pizza Pizzazz, cause I can walk down and walk back, and there's no big deal.
They don't deliver
How do you
it?
carry 12?
No. We get super large pizzas. We get like 3 or 4, and that's it.
Lot of meat. Get a lot of meat on them, that's all. Mushrooms and onions. and-
The meeting minutes did not have us.
What?
I'm just saying, the meeting minutes did not have us.
I know.
So I'm gonna be, what's
Probably
gonna
frozen in the
happen
oven.
is, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be, start to sign everybody up start signing up everybody tomorrow. I do have to put in your private emails. It's gonna go to the Connecticut Bar Association, because they haven't fixed that yet. So what's gonna happen is that you will get a letter, a confirmation note, an email from the Connecticut Bar Association. That will also give you your link, your own personal link. And like he said, if you cannot come that Saturday, you can still sign on with your own computer at home. But with it being all day and everybody likes company, we usually try to have some sort of fun out of it. It used to be held at Wesleyan College, and we used to have to travel all that way, but now we can just, come down the street. So, like I said, ZBA will be here, we're gonna offer it to Wetlands, we're gonna see who signs up for the Wetlands.
So how many hours of credit we get for that one?
Um,
That should be
I-
2 years, every 4 years worth, because it's,
It's almost like, almost the full 2 years. I think there's one thing that they're not the full hour on yet, but I think they tried to put it in.
I think interestingly enough, we get 2 credits.
Yeah, we don't.
2 hours of credit for that whole meeting.
Yeah,
really,
yeah. That's what we get. You guys get more.
well, as it should be.
So, we've got that happening.
Town council resolutions.
I just put those in so you would know that they did the schedule for the budget, which also reminds me that most likely on the 17th, we will be looking at the capital improvement budget as well. So we're gonna have a busy night on the 17th. But this is the schedule for the budget itself, and then just to let you know that they executed and implemented a fair housing plan, and they affirmed a fair housing resolution. And the last one was, businesses, resolving businesses when using federal funds. So those are the things that I thought that would interest the board at this point in juncture.
Do you want to add anything? I mean, you're,
Those are, yearly approvals for, funding.
Mhm.
Pretty much required to pass them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the rest of my meeting.
well, this isn't your report. That's
Okay.
coming
Not
up.
quite yet.
So those are just a bunch of resolutions that, in order to get funding, we have to,
It's the blackmail. Wyndham Energy Center appeal, we already got all
The
that
attorney
taken care
already
of.
went through that.
Zoning practice, you don't, anybody got any questions on correspondence? Department reports, anything?
Zoning Board of Appeals did meet. We had 2 applications. One application for 4 Shawnee Drive, which was a front setback as a corner lot, old non-conforming lot, built before zoning, for essentially a deck expansion, to redo a deck for a front setback. That was approved as submitted, and there was another application for 13 Water Street, which is in the central business district in the borough, and it was to allow for residential occupancy on the first floor. That particular one was approved with conditions as they related to the sewer moratorium. They still have to make sure that they can meet the requirements of the WPCA for that. So that was approved with conditions. That particular one, the board found that it was comparable with other uses in the central business district, particularly right across the street. That section of Water Street is all residential.
Economic development, she's not here.
She's not here tonight.
Town council liaison, there you go.
From the town manager's report, the North Road Bridge over 5 Mile River has 100% funding. It's the 5th bridge to be funded. It's 80% state, 20% federal funding. Eversource gave it its vegetation management plan for the upcoming season for tree removal on roads that they've prioritized. Tech Associates gave their 2025 vegetation plan for the P&W rail lines. They're basically put down herbicides to kill the plants along that way. They're supposed to be the most environmentally friendly that they can find. There is a Puro 101 meeting on Monday, February 24th at 6 o'clock at the high school, and if you do want to attend, you should notify the town manager's office because they wanted to get a head count. And today was the Killingley Korean Era and Vietnam Era Awards ceremony at the high school. And I'm sure most of you know Mary Caloro put in her resignation. She's going to be working at NECOG, Northeast Connecticut Council of Governance. It's a new granted position from the state. And that's it.
So what, when you say the 5 Mile River Bridge, which one, the North Road?
North Road.
Street?
North Road Bridge over
North
5
Road or
Mile.
North Street?
North Road.
I don't think that,
Did I say North?
must be
Here, let
North
me
Street,
look
the
it
one
up.
down by the cemetery?
Yes, I
Is
believe so.
North Road? I think
North
it's
Street, yeah, because North Road,
North Street. Okay, okay, North Street. I know North Road is up.
I did the North Road Bridge,
The one near the old mill.
Yeah, 5 Mile.
yeah.
Is-
I was gonna say, I did the North Road Bridge in 1990, so hopefully it didn't fall apart yet. Warranty's just about up. A motion to adjourn.
So be it.
I'll make the motion.
Second?
I'll second it, rather.
Figure it out. Motion there, second by John. All right, thanks, everybody. It's adjourned.